have to talk and doesn't have to steer the ship off the road like he usually does,
Yep.
then it's good. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
There you go. Yeah, you can have it. Good, because we drive it straight into a volcano usually. So
Except for that's the heart, Tim. And that can never be mended. You know that. The heart always breaks.
Nah, dude, one of your girlfriends take care of that for you.
Oh. No, they usually go, well, thank you for the free meal. Have a good day, sir.
Ray is a 60-year-old man in a 30-year-old's body.
I am, yeah.
If anyone doesn't know.
Nice.
His references are like way older than they should be for someone his age.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
I would love to see that fight. And I would be rooting for Greg Hardy the entire time.
Funny thing, if you've ever wanted to see me in pain at any point that we've been hanging out, today's your day.
Ray, they see you in pain every time you do a set.
This is true.
Damn.
Yeah. So Thomas has seen it and Tim's never seen it.
No,
It was basically if Mortal Kombat was a shitty like Saturday morning cartoon. Like
Yeah, exactly.
they had like they had a Native American character on there. They had they had the street tough black guy. Like they had all the stereotypes. WMAC Masters.
There it is.
It's such a.
so you're
cool
saying it
show.
doesn't hold up? Is that what you're trying to
It
say?
does not at all.
It doesn't look fit full, Ray. Let me see that glass. No, Ray, top it off.
This is like goddamn amazing.
Yeah.
No, I just want you to follow the rules. What happens if you don't follow the rules? The wheel gets you back again.
This is true.
Why don't you two fight each other? There you go.
Talked about it.
I've been
We've
thinking
talked
that,
about
but
it.
I didn't want to say anything.
We have talked about
I'm
this
still at a
for
stage.
years,
I can't
man.
fight anybody right now.
I
probably
am
used to a
so
9-year-old right
down.
now.
I will meet him at a weight. I don't care if I have to gain weight to fucking fight Tim, but it would mostly be like it would be a rolling match in the cage.
Pretty
like
much.
somebody would take someone down.
What's crazy is out of all of us, Tim looks like he's most likely to be the wrestling fan.
I see so many guys, so many fucking guys who look like Tim Danko at AIW shows. It's not even funny, and I love I see him, I'm like, I want to buy him a shot, but it's not Tim, and I get sad.
Yeah, and this kid's going to be a star, obviously, and that's what they wanted to happen. They want him to get a big win in London. They're hoping that was going to happen. I mean, did they give him somebody they think he could beat? Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like Vargas isn't tough. Vargas is a tough guy. And yeah, Pimblett was a big favorite. But that's what they wanted to happen. They want this kid to be one of their next big stars, especially in the lightweight division. And now he's won two fights, one by knockout, right, and one by submission. So now he's going to fight somebody tough, and that division's super stacked. So there's tons of people he could fight. Before you put me on, I'm screaming at
Cody
my
Lehman.
microphone because you didn't put me on. I'm like, she's Mexican, you racist asshole.
I don't know
Spanish, you monster.
How
But you
am
didn't
I
put me on because you wouldn't talk wrestling. He had two. I only had one fight. He had two fights, but my one fight lasted longer than his two fights combined by like a lot. I think these both of his fights were inside of a minute.
And how did your fight end, Tim?
I got TKO'd in the second round. And there's a lot of guys, strikers, that have just became fantastic at takedown defense. I mean, Anderson Silva was good at it. Like, Junior Santos was good at it. I mean, those are just the first two I think of. But there's been a lot that, I mean, if you're a striker like that, you have to have good takedown defense. There's been a lot of guys who have great takedown defense, and he's one of them. However, I mean, Robert Whittaker is a striker first. He's not a wrestler. And, however, neither really is Cannonier. Maybe a little bit more, but I don't really expect Cannonier to fight him that way. I'm excited to see that fight, though. I don't expect Izzy to lose at all, but I like Cannonier a lot. And he's a tough guy, so I'll definitely watch that fight. But if either of us touch the other one's liver, we'll die, Ray.
Probably. Yeah, that'd be fun. I want to be the first MMA death of like a true amateur, where it's like the worst fight ever. How
How
do you
bad would
die?
it be if you got
MMA fight, bro?
killed in the cage? You got killed in the cage by me.
Yes.
His liver exploded.
Hey, everybody. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's the 200th episode of Bro Bro Plata. Holy shit. No one thought we'd get to 200 episodes, including Ray and I, especially Ray and I. Yeah, we probably the last two people who thought that was going to happen. But like I said before, we underestimated like how bored we were going to be for the next almost 3 years. 2 years, 10 months, 2 years, 9, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, my name's Tim. Raymond isn't here. He told me this time he's not asleep. This is because coincidental that it also happened this week with him sleeping. But this, he's just he's not feeling great. He's fine. He'll be fine. He'll come on later, but let's just for now, let's assume he's not going to. He's fine. He'll tell you all about it next week when I won't be here. I won't be here Tuesday, probably not Thursday either. But we have today. There's always tonight. So I'm pretty much doing basically what I did most of the show on Tuesday is scrambling to try to figure out what is talking to me. Oh, that I had a little bit of notice this time. In reality, I had like 3 hours notice, but I was napping. So I actually got the news with like 40 minutes, but it's better than it was. So yeah, we're gonna figure it out. But it's just me doing things, trying to talk to people on my phone while talking to you at the same time. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Let's just do this. I was gonna see if you wanted to come on right now, but if you're not home, it's cool. Just scrambling again. My go-tos for like backup guests can't do it. I didn't even ask Dan Brady because I know he's doing something tonight. He has a festival in Erie that he's running with some people, so that's cool. So if you're in Erie, everybody, what are you doing here? Go to the what's it called? Flagship Colony Festival. Holy crap, that's a big pizza. Sorry, I'm just scrolling Facebook. It's all a giant pizza. We'll talk about fights too. What an idiot! How long did I do this for? This is probably the best, like 7 minutes that we started ever with the show because I had no idea my mic wasn't on. That's pretty fantastic, actually. That's gonna be now. I'm getting the chats probably saying that you're. Yeah, see, now we're getting it, Casey. Thank you. That's awesome. I would say I would cut it out, but fuck it, they're not going to. Just everyone will probably just bail on the show because the first 3 minutes of it are me just talking to no one. Good. Let's just run back everything I just said. 200th episode. Holy shit. Holy shit. 200th episode. No one thought we'd get there. Raymond isn't here. Last Tuesday, he was asleep. I didn't know he wasn't going to be here. I had a little bit of notice. I had like 40 minutes notice. It wasn't his fault. I only had 40 minutes notice. Because when he messaged me, I was sleeping. I was napping, but I had my alarm set for 6. And then when I saw that, that's what I got. I saw the text. He's fine. He's just not really feeling it today. There's a chance he might be on later, but maybe not. But it's fine. He'll tell you about it Tuesday. It's fine. I won't be here Tuesday. I'm going to a Clippers game. Went to a Guardians game Wednesday. That was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I went to the Cleveland Guardians game. They beat the Colorado Rockies 4 runs to 1 run. This rookie, this kid Bybee, fucking sweet. This kid major league debut. That was really cool to see because he had family there and shit. Because he made his major league debut, and I don't know where they're from, but like he got like 1 day's notice, so they all like probably hopped on planes or got in their cars. I don't know where they're from, and got to Cleveland to see him start. He pitched very well. Had the 5 2/3, 1 run, 8 strikeouts, and 5 2/3. He's some good stuff, man. I'm excited. It was really cool. Anyway, yeah, it's really cool to see a major league debut, and it's really cool to see it because his family was there, and you can see where they were sitting, and they're pretty pumped about it too. And they got the win. They needed him to pitch well because they've been playing pretty shitty. I'm not too worried. Hopefully it'll fix itself eventually. But anyway, I'm a scrambling, try to find someone to help me out. Again, I had a little bit more time, but like my staple people, the people I would ask aren't doing stuff. I mean, are doing stuff. Sorry. Uh, like Dan Brady, he's hosting that. He's running that comedy festival in Erie, which is pretty cool. Their fights this weekend. We'll get to those, but mostly 200 episodes, man. Like, I didn't want to do the 200th episode without Ray. However, the other option was me not getting to do it at all. So here's a question from Casey Jones. Tim, what's the longest you've gone without washing your hair? Probably a week. Probably. At least a week. I don't think too much longer than that, but I probably would say probably a week. But I didn't leave the house. Like, that was mostly, I don't even know if it's very possible I didn't bathe at all that whole week. If I didn't leave the house and I was extra depressed, I probably didn't even bathe. So, but there was like no one to smell me. But when I leave the house, I shower. I don't really shower when I'm doing stuff. I'll admit that. If I'm just at home being lazy, I may not shower that day. Or wear deodorant. Now, when you see me out of the house, I'm showered and I'm wearing deodorant. I got my deodorant today. I ordered it from Amazon. I ordered it in bulk, and I didn't notice I needed any till I ran out. And then I ordered it, and it was supposed to be here Monday, and it didn't come until today. A whole thing. But now I have deodorant. So there's that. Do people with dreads wash their hair? As far as I know, not normally. I think they do it sometimes, seldomly, with bar soap. I think. I don't know. You have to ask someone with dreads. I think that's what I've heard from people with dreads. They just like get the dove out and like like that, I guess. I don't know. So unless I find some sort of Hail Mary, man, I know 1,000 comedians that would probably be on here. I just don't know which ones don't have shows today or aren't doing anything. Oh, that's what it is. I think my brother's, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably at my niece's practice or something. Too bad my dad's not in town today. That'd be the best, man. That'd be the best interview. My father, that'd be something. Of course, we need him to be like a handful of Jim Beams deep. Then it'd be interesting. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Also, I probably wouldn't do it live just in case. I mean, it'd probably be fine, but I don't know which way. I don't know. I feel like Ray would try to set traps for him. I don't know. He'd be fine. It would just be funny. And we'd also need my cousin here too. Cousin Mike. Cousin Mike, you there, bro? I need you. You there? I need you. I don't know. Don't know much about what cousin Mike's been up to, but I'm pretty sure sometimes he's working when this happens. Sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's doing stuff because he has a family. I get it. But I'm happy when he tunes in. Oh, Casey, my hair is dirty. Well, that's unfortunate. Tim, do you like double quarter pounders with cheese from McDonald's? I mean, who doesn't, bro? It's not my favorite thing though. Like, I don't even like McDonald's burgers. I kind of like shy away from them. I usually do, if I do McDonald's, and I do all of the fast food. I rotate all of them because that's about what there is to eat in my town is fast food. Basically, not a whole lot else. A couple things. Really good Thai place. Besides that, not a whole lot of options. But I from McDonald's, I usually do the fish fillet and McChickens. I'm a fish fillet guy. Breakfast though, since McDonald's brought their bagels back, I've been crushing those. Those steak, egg, and cheese bagels. Fire. And an orange juice. Because I'm not a big coffee drinker. I drank coffee yesterday, got a headache. Don't do it very often. I got like 2 like bottled iced coffees from the gas station, like the Starbucks bottled ones. I knew they were expensive, but they were like, it was like 9 something for 2 of them. It's crazy. Yes, Casey, fish sandwich. I'm like a good fish sandwich. I will say this though, Burger King's fish sandwich is better. There's more fish sandwich in the fish sandwich, right? There's a bigger piece of fish there. But yeah, McDonald's, I'll do fish sandwich and McChickens. If I'm drunk, I'll do big chickens. Hi, Horlock. Kneel before Gorlock, destroyer of puny Earth humans. Hi, buddy. I mean, I'm not gonna kneel because I'm sitting, you know, and my knees. I don't know, my knees can handle it, so I'm just gonna, not do that. And bring me a breakfast sandwich. Yeah, see, that's what we were just talking about. Those steak, egg, and cheese bagels from McDonald's. Those things are fire. I love those things. And orange juice, but sometimes it's weird because, like, I don't know. I think they mix the syrup or whatever with the water, and sometimes you get a really watery orange juice. Sometimes you get one that's all syrup and it's too sweet. But when they figure it out right, it's pretty good. But anyway, that's my thing from McDonald's. Burger King, I like. I do burgers from Burger King and Wendy's. They have good burgers. I also do the original chicken sandwich from Burger King. That's pretty solid. And I'll chicken sandwiches from Wendy's too. Those pub burgers are pretzel pubs with they have the burgers in chicken pretzel pubs. They're pretty solid too. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get somebody on. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry, I'm doing 8 things at once. You can just open it with your browser. Open it with your browser or in your whatever. Not brother, browser. All right, now I got to get the link. Wendy's chicken sandwich is not gross. False. I will. The Discord ones, it doesn't pop up, so I'll look though. Oh, it's the thing is, it's. Oh, quiet, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out also how to do the show by myself. I turned the volume off and it's still talking. Shh. Shh. Oh, I keep talking to you as I'm doing this, but I can't figure out where the link. I need the link. Where's the link? There it is. All right. My buddy Bill might be coming on for a little bit. Bill's a pretty funny guy. Bill's a good guy. Has the draft started? I don't think so. I'm not. Listen, the Browns don't have a pick, so I don't. I'm not going to pay too much attention. But, meh. I don't know. What do we got here? Also, the only DM I see is the one you sent me like weeks ago. I'm not. Would you send it to Bro Bro Plata? Because I don't have. I'm not on that. Ray is. You have to send it to my personal one. No joke. The Wendy's chicken sandwich tastes like a shoe. Which one? Number one, there's 3 different ones, right? They have the Asiago, or no, they had. Well, hold on. They had the classic, the crispy, and the I don't know, the grilled. I don't know. I like the Asiago, the one with the ranch and the cheese and shit. That's pretty solid. Get out of here with that, man. It's not bad. It's not bad. Who is the best chicken sandwich though? That's a good question. Well, they have different ones, right? I mean, like. Oh, it's a setting. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Better not be your penis, Pulse. Speaking of penises, hi, Bill.
Hey,
How you doing, man?
not bad.
Well, thanks for hanging out, man. Because I'm, live and kind of drowned in a little bit. I'll be fine. It will be fine. Just Ray's having a day and couldn't be on. It's the 200th episode today. This is our 200th episode, so I didn't want to miss it. So I'll do it by
No,
myself
not at
if I
all.
have to.
200. I can never make it past 10.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe we did it either. I mean, we started almost 3 years ago. We wouldn't have guessed we would do 200 episodes. I think what happened is we underestimated how bored we'd be the entire time. Like, we still had nothing better going on even after the pandemic ended. We started it because we had nothing going on in the pandemic, but we were still bored and we still kept doing it. So I don't know. It's been fun. But where are you, man? Where are you? Where in the world is Bill Stone?
I am outside of the pit stop in Parma. I'm going to be headlining a show here tonight. I think it's going to be starting here in a little bit, but there's at least 4 or 5 other comics going on before me, so I got a little time.
That's cool, man. We'll take off whenever you want. But yeah, appreciate it, man. Coming out. I hope that are there people there? Are people coming out? You got a decent crowd?
Yeah, I know we had like small place, but we had like I think 40 reservations as of this morning, and there's still people showing. I guess the last couple times they had to turn some people away because it got packed. So
that's awesome, man. That's a good problem to have.
There's a bunch of good comics here. Drew Gigas is here. Gabe Gary. It's one of Nancy Abrams' shows. And it's like I know there's a couple other people on here, and there's Elijah. He's a newer comic. He's going to be hosting it. I worked with him up at Silks, and he's a young kid, pretty funny. I think he's like 18. And then there's another guy here named Nick, and I'm blanking on his last name. So if he watches this at all, I'm sorry. But no, it's
is it Dolphy? Huh? Is it Dolphy? Is it Nick Dolphy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it starts with a D, and I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, that's probably him. Is that guy from Chicago? Is that him? Not Nick? You don't know. No, he just.
I'm horrible with names. Okay,
it's fine.
I mean, like I'd hate to say like, okay, like growing up, like when my kids are growing up playing soccer, like at the starting of soccer season, every kid was Buddy or Hey Kid. And at the end of soccer season, I knew 2 more names, and then still everybody else was Hey Buddy or Hey Kid. Though my wife, before the season started, somehow knew every goddamn name of every kid on the team, and I don't know how the hell she does it. Hey, Elijah, how do you pronounce your last name? Elijah Nevels.
Nevels. Gotcha. Like the character from Harry Potter. Anyway.
So what do you guys usually talk about on your podcast?
Well, I mean, fights, but there isn't a whole lot going on. We had a show Tuesday, so I mean, really, it's about maybe 30% fights and 70% nonsense. A lot of times we forget to talk about the fights. It is what it is.
Well, I'm sure Ray involves talk about wrestling.
I'm not a wrestling fan. Ray does,
really?
And I make fun of him for it. But yeah, I tell him all the time, I respect wrestlers, like as a performer of any kind. Like I know they work hard. I know it's taxing on their bodies. I know all of that, and I respect it. But I'm just not entertained by it. That's all. Like I've tried, and I'm like, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. I really don't understand how they're so into it. It's weird to me.
I'm looking at I don't know if these are the comments here at the bottom.
Yeah, here. I'll get you
Who
one.
is Casey Jones?
Yeah, Casey. I think Casey lives in Utah. I'm not sure. I think Utah. He's usually here. He wants to know who makes the best chicken sandwich. We were just talking about chicken sandwiches. Wendy's is garbage. I'm like, Wendy's isn't that bad.
Wendy's is honestly one of the few places anymore, if any, fast food related, that actually makes okay, obviously there's Popeyes and there's KFC and Chick-fil-A, but I'm talking about like places that don't generally make chicken sandwiches. Right. Wendy's still does, and their grilled chicken Asiago Club is actually pretty good.
Just talking about that sandwich. Great sandwich.
Like I said, it's a good, mediocre fast food chicken sandwich. Honestly, if I'll put my finger on a great chicken sandwich, and I know I'm going to sound biased saying this, over the Funny Stop, Tony's Cajun chicken is fucking killer. And I'll usually get that when I don't want to eat it by itself on a sandwich with a little bacon and cheese, and that's the shit.
I don't think I've had that. I've had the grilled chicken sandwich, and that's good. Like everything at that place is good. I mean, it's solid. I tell people, they ask what the food is. I'm like, well, it's not fancy, but it's good. Like I haven't heard anyone talk shit about it.
This person said when KFC made a chicken sandwich out of 2 pieces of chicken, yeah, the double down.
I know, right?
I was just talking to my wife today about the fact that it sucks that KFC doesn't do the grilled chicken anymore. You know, because I try to eat healthier for my self, my diabetes, and unfortunately, traveling and shit like that doesn't allow you to honestly eat at the best places.
It's hard.
But man, if KFC still had grilled chicken, I'd go just smash some grilled chicken and green beans, any day of the week if they still had it.
You know what? As someone as as fat as I am, I love grilled chicken and green beans and broccoli. I fucking eat that almost every day. I just don't feel like cooking. I hate cooking. That's one of the things that gets me is I'm the shitty cook and I hate doing it. There's only a handful of things that I will cook, and it's like spaghetti. It's like
I fucking love cooking. I just don't like the time that's wasted doing it.
I got you. We'll just make it a podcast. If you just make everything a podcast and you're doing something, it's for my brand. It's for my brand.
Well, that's I actually did a cooking show during the pandemic. Because you're locked inside the entire time. So anytime I was making meals constantly, and I was just live streaming them on Facebook and having a great time doing it. I was called Cooking and Drinking with Comic Bill Stone. And I kind of wish I still did it, but then again, my family would all bitch because I take the time to set up the camera and all that other shit, prep everything, and what could have been done in like 40 minutes or less. It's like 2 hours later, and everybody's like, "What the fuck? Where's the food?" And I'm like, "I gotta finish the show. Hold on."
I have viewers. What I want to do now that you mentioned that is I want to have like a Northeast Ohio comic like Iron Chef.
Dude, that would be fun as shit.
And I want to be the host and only judge.
Dude, we could do it over at my place. I got a smoker. I got one of those big Blackstone grills. Those huge ass ones.
Yeah, my brother.
And then and on the inside, I have a hell of a big kitchen with an island and all the prepping areas and stuff. We could come and everybody could get a time slot to cook something and be judged.
That actually would be really fun. If you want to host that, Bill, at your house, we'll do it. Like, we'll definitely do it. I know people would do it.
By the way, this year I'm actually going to be throwing a all-day cookout for all the comics in our area.
That's cool. Marv Connor used to do that for years, and it was like my favorite day of the year.
That's what I heard, and I never got to experience that. But since I got the new house and the larger house and the facilities to do it, I told my wife, I'm like, yeah, I'd just love to, like, from noon to whenever. Just Kyle Hornhurst said he would probably help out with getting the food and stuff forward, but I cook all day and maybe even set up a mic in the backyard for some entertainment. And
that's what we did at Marv's, and we also did it at this kid Chad Weaver's graduation party, which is like the craziest comic party I've ever been to. This kid was 17 and doing comedy, and we all knew him and loved him, but we were all invited to his graduation party, but not until like after 9 o'clock. So there was like 50 comics at his parents' house. And it was so much fun. There's a picture somewhere. It was great. But we're all going up and telling each other's jokes. Like, we're all butchering each other's jokes. This is what we do at parties usually. We just butcher each other's jokes. Which is pretty funny.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, instead of like doing your own shit at a party, you just try to do someone else's joke, and it usually is awful. It's pretty fun. I usually whip out my Jerry Jaffe impression.
Oh, trust me, I'm sure everybody would just love to just take shots at me, and not that they don't do it on a normal basis.
It's out of love. They do, probably like 90% of it.
Huh?
What was your answer?
Hold on. Hey, Elijah, this is my friend Tim Danko right here. This is his podcast.
Nice to meet you, boss.
This is Elijah. He's going to be hosting the show tonight.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. Kill it.
So,
Yes, sir. I got you, man.
just
Sure will.
Give me a few more minutes to do this, and then I'll get it to you.
Bet that.
All right.
Thank
Actually, you know what you can say? He's from Akron, Ohio. He's going to be at the Funny Stop all this weekend, working with Dave Landau, and that's about it. All right. I think that's a good enough intro.
Yeah, that's good enough. You're gonna be with
Are you gonna
Landau.
be up
That's,
this weekend?
cool. No, unfortunately, my dad's in town. He lives out of state, and he's gonna be in town for a couple days. So,
Oh, that'll be nice.
yeah, I'm going to a gun raffle, like and dinner and stuff on Saturday. I've been to a couple of them. They're like in the middle of nowhere in Scio, which it's middle of nowhere. They're fun. The first time I want a gun. And I'm not even a gun person, but I want to win a gun. It's just fun. I don't know. It's fun. I want to do a show there. Like I want to talk to them and see if I want to do a show at the Scio Sportsman Club. And I had to bring the right comics. What?
You said you won a gun the first time?
I did. Yeah, I did.
What'd you win?
Oh my gosh. It was a Weatherby 20 gauge, I think. Element. Yeah, Element 20 gauge. Weatherby Element. It was like a $600 gun.
I've actually never fired a gun in my entire life.
Really? My whole family is gun people. I'm the only one that isn't. But I don't like them too much either. I don't I'm not against them for the most part, especially because my family is all responsible gun owners and hunters. But like, they tried to teach me when I was a kid. I had no interest in it. I have no interest in it now. But
Same with my family. They've all had gun. My grandfather, after he passed, just rounding up all of the guns he hid around his house as we were packing the place up. It's funny because I probably found almost every gun that man owned throughout my childhood, which shows you how good he put his guns away. But the one thing I never saw was any porn until he died, and I found all his porn, and I'm like, wow, Grandpa hid his porn way better than he hid his guns.
The firearms are easy to find. It's the point. That's hilarious. If it can kill somebody, it's easy to find. But if it will embarrass someone, it's different.
Actually, I used to joke about it on stage because all the porn I found was on VHS, and I swear to God, at least once every other month, my grandfather, when I'd come over to visit, would be like, "Can you show me how to use this VCR again and how to work the remote?" And I'm like, wow, the only videos I knew this man had were videos of the family from like Christmas time and a few picnics. And I'm like, Grandpa really likes watching family videos. He wasn't fucking watching family videos.
It's funny. One time when I was a kid, I found a DVD of pornography that my parents had somewhere. And at the time, there's only one DVD player in the house, and it was in my bedroom. So I just didn't ask any more questions. I was afraid to. I'm like, what? Where are you? And they told me later, like somebody gave it to him as a gag gift, and I'm like, I don't know. All I remember is there's a DVD and one DVD player, and it's in my bedroom. All right.
I got a porno at a comedy show out in by Fort Wayne.
So I prefer to be paid. Actually, it's just in pornography.
Chris Harvey took me to feature for him up in Fort Wayne for the owner of the Fort Wayne Comedy Club at one of his satellite locations, and I was doing my my joke about the Viagra and the dick pills and stuff like that, and apparently in the back of the bar they had an adult claw machine that was filled with like porno and a bunch of other stuff. And this guy got one of the videotapes out of the machine and had a guy back in the kitchen wrap it in like butcher's paper and tape it up at like a gift and gave it to me after the show. Him and Chris were sitting at the bar. It's fucking hilarious.
That is, an adult claw machine creeps me out because I feel like all that stuff was like donated from people who just use the internet now. Let's clean out my stash, bro. Just put it in the claw machine.
Well, it still had the original shrink wrap on it, so
there you go.
My 16-year-old found it in the trunk of the car, and he's like, "Dad, here's your porn." I'm like, "Go keep it."
It's your porn now, son. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's like you save it for when the internet goes down. You know.
There's an adult video store in New Philly for years. Like most of the time I was growing up, and like it was like a rite of passage when you turned 18, you had to go into the adult video store for the first time. But it was right in the middle of town, and for years, like the church people, because there's tons of churches here, but they hated it. They were trying to get it shut down for years, and it didn't. They couldn't. I mean, what could they do? It was right in the middle of everything, and they got really pissed about it. It was funny how pissed they were, but eventually the internet got it. So,
well, that's like you ever heard of like Family Video?
Yeah.
We had a couple family videos by us in Akron, one in Akron, one over in Coventry Township, but they still had the room. You had to get a key for it. But I miss the old days when you had the bead curtain.
Yeah.
Because the bead curtain was a clear signal that somebody was going in the room. It's like there was nothing really stopping teenagers from doing it other than the sounds of beads clacking. That they usually had a camera in that room watching whoever was in that room.
This is the best, some local big shot, some guy who owns businesses in town or is a councilman, sees somebody he knows in there. Hey, how you doing, Bob? Good. How's the family? Good. And all of a sudden you just hear shh as he's going to the back. Shh. Not very incognito at all. How do you say about, was it porn? Probably. Oh, I love Norton's bit about how he used to rent porn from like the pharmacy. Was that what it was? And they like had it in a book, and they had to bring out the book so he could rent it or something.
Look, we've hit the right topic. We have invoked Rake Highclack into the comments.
He woke up from his stupor to be like, "What? Porn? What?"
What? Did I hear titties?
There's been multiple pornography conversations on the show, which is Ray and our producer that he has a new job now here, so he hasn't been on as much as a bummer, but good for him. He has a new job, but they talk about porn all the time. They make me uncomfortable because they know I'm like not in. I don't know. It's always made me uncomfortable. I'm not into it, so they just bring it up to piss me off. Not piss me off, just make me squirm. I think.
Well, the other night, me and my wife were going out to this is last Friday. We were going to Cleveland to go see the Cavs watch party. And the directions it gave us was to some bar over by where the Lido Lounge was. And I'm like, okay, this isn't the destination I thought we were going to. It wasn't like that type of. It was just a regular like pub. But as we're passing the Lido Lounge, I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I want to stop at the Lido Lounge. And she goes, what the hell's that? And then I had to explain to her that, raise jokes.
Oh yeah. So Ray has to explain his jokes to audience members when he tells them. So that's not weird.
We love you, Ray.
So, yeah, more or less. Okay, so while you're here, before you leave, I have a story. All
right.
Not you, mother. Person on the. I live with my mother, Ray, because the thug life chose me, Bill. But she just walked in when we were talking about porn, so it's okay. Anyway,
hi Tim's mom.
that wasn't the story. Okay, so yesterday when I go to the Guardians game yesterday by myself like a gangster, and they won. Good game. But afterwards, I'm leaving the parking lot, and as I'm pulling out of the parking lot, there's people walking, but like I'm the next one to get out, and I'm waiting for someone to let me out so I can pull into the street. Got it? Come out of the parking lot, waiting to get on the street. But people are walking, and as I'm about to pull out, a little old guy with a cane like walks right in front of me, and luckily I saw him because I didn't run him over. Anyway, I see this little dude. He's in a suit. He's a small dude with a cane and a mustache. He looks over, and it's Geraldo. It's Geraldo Rivera, and I almost squashed him with my car.
Wow, he has lived through war zones, and he's going to get taken out by 10.
Taken out by my 2013 Mazda 3. Watch out, everybody! No, but I'm like, holy shit, that's Geraldo.
Wow, that could have been two talk show hosts dead
no, in
within
the same day. I know. My thought this morning when I heard about Jerry Springer was, dude, if I would have taken out Geraldo, he probably would have made it. He probably would still be alive. Like one of them had to go. It was either going to be Springer or Geraldo, and it's Springer because I did not kill Geraldo.
Right. It was a Highlander moment. Yeah. There can only be one.
Oh man, could you imagine going to court for running over Geraldo Rivera? I would cut my facial hair into a mustache out of solidarity. I'm like, I'm with him, bro. And just I'm in a full Geraldo costume. Like I never thought he was a big guy either. I knew he wasn't a big guy, but he's really tiny. Like I didn't expect. Like he's like 5'5". He's a little, maybe shorter. He's a real little guy. He's a real little guy. Yeah. And he was with what I'm assuming was his son. Someone is probably about his son's age, and he was in Guardians gear. I'm assuming they were at the game, probably in a box because it's Geraldo.
I was going to say, was this yesterday night?
This was yesterday during the day. The Cavs played last night.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say I was figuring maybe the two were going on around the same time. Because me and the missus went up to the bar to watch, or at least like suffer through the first half of that Cavs game, and then we were like, "Yeah, we're done. Let's walk home."
Yeah, I did watch the whole thing, but I thought about going to the bar to watch it. I'm like, I don't want to be sad at the bar. I'll just watch it here. But yeah, the game was at 1 and it was done by like 3:30. I don't when I parked, they told me I had to be out of there by 5. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get out of here right away because I don't want that Cavs traffic to interfere with me getting out of there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna roll down last night to Hilarities to see Randy Feltface. My brother and his wife had tickets to see him over there at Hilarities, and I thought maybe I'd go join him and check it out. And then I remembered it was the Cavs game, and I'm like, I am not dealing with that bullshit. So
when Mackie was at the Funny Stop last weekend, he was talking about him and John Brown were talking about how Dan Soder was there for Game 7 of the Cavs finals. I mean, it wasn't Golden State, but still, no one in Cleveland was going to watch. I don't know if anyone was at Hilarities when the Cavs were playing in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. That's funny. But what do you say? I'm going to be next week in Columbus the whole week. I'm watching my buddy's dogs, and next weekend, Attell's going to be at Funny Bone. So I got tickets to see Attell. I'm pretty excited. I haven't paid to see comedy in a long time, but I'm pretty excited to see Dave Attell.
Yeah, I think the next one I'm looking forward to seeing is Kyle Kinane over at Hilarities.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun too. Kinane's really good.
Yeah, I love Kyle Kinane, and I still kick myself because the last time I had a chance to see him, he was up at the Grog Shop in Cleveland, and the show was on my wife's birthday. And my wife knows I love Kyle Kinane, and she's like, "Why don't you go see Kyle Kinane?" And I'm like, "I am not falling into that trap. I will stay right here, and if we do nothing for your birthday, it is going to be better than hearing, oh, I know where you were on my birthday."
She was setting the bait, dude. Oh, you're smart. She was like, "Come on, it's fine, Bill. It's fine.
Yeah, he'll be back. Don't worry. I'm not falling for this."
Yeah.
Personally, I'd love to get him and Dave Stone, because Dave Stone came through last year and I got to feature for him over at the Funny Stop, and he's Kyle's co-host of the Boogie Monster, and he did the first episode of my Funny Stop podcast revamp over there, and he's hilarious, such a nice guy, and I'd actually love to have. I think it would be great to get Kyle and him for one of the festivals, Akron or Cleveland, and then also have them do like a live broadcast of their podcast while they're here.
Yeah, didn't I could be wrong. Didn't Ramon have him for Accidental one year?
I do not know.
Comedy Fest? I can't remember. I think he had Soder. I don't know if he. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I know he definitely had Soder one year. Who's also great. But I'm not going to be here for either of our shows, a podcast next week, because I'm probably going to do open mics. Well, I'm going to the Clippers game Tuesday, but then Thursday I think I'm going to do an open mic in Columbus because they're close to where my buddy's house is. So I'll just go over there. And have you ever met any of the guys in Columbus? There's like good comics down there.
I haven't been down to Columbus since 2019, the pre-pandemic, and I mean, eventually I'll get back down that way. Next week we got the Rubber City Comedy Festival next week, so I'll be opening the first day of that on Wednesday with Big Chevy Terrell, and then Friday and Saturday I'll be in Brunswick and then Aurora doing the Secret Society shows with Steve Rogers. He'll be in town. That's going to be a blast. Steve's funny as shit. First time I saw him was when he was featuring for Brian Regan, and he's hilarious. And then so that's next week, and then and then right after that we're going to have our charity show for East Palestine over at the Funny Stop on Tuesday night, the following week for that. So,
That's
and
cool.
then other sporadic stuff, and I'll be heading down to Florida at the beginning of June.
Sweet. What are you doing that down there?
I'll
Are you
be on the
looking for
road.
Chad? You looking for Chad Zumach?
No, I got a couple shows booked down there in Jensen Beach and in Fort Pierce. The Saturday show at Fort Pierce I'm looking forward to because I'll be working with Greg Hahn, and I love Greg Hahn from the Bob and Tom show. And then I'll be stopping.
No, I'm thinking of Mike Hahn. Who am I thinking of?
Greg Hahn, older guy, used to be in the Marines, real fucking high energy, like really high energy.
I'm not thinking Greg Hahn. I'm thinking Mike Hahn. He came in a Funny Stop one time years ago, like when I first started. He's like a one-liner guy.
And then before, so I'm gonna leave like on a Monday, and me and my youngest son's actually gonna go on a road with me, so I have somebody to hang with, and we're gonna stop in Myrtle Beach. I'm gonna do a one night in Myrtle Beach at the Comedy Cabana up there, and then the next day, and then leave that night, and then it's 9 hours over to Jensen Beach, and then Wednesday night in Jensen Beach, and then I'm stitching some stuff together on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday I have the show. It's at the Black Box out in Fort Pierce.
Well, that's pretty sweet, man.
So
it'll be fun.
Give Florida a try. So
yeah, sure. The only thing I have going on is my show my next show in New Philly, which is with Tyler Ross in a couple weeks. So
yeah, if I was gonna say if I have nothing going on that night, I want to come hang out because I haven't seen Tyler or Ray Roberts in quite a while. I'm
Yeah, me neither. Tyler got a hold of me and he's like, "Hey, I have the shows at the Funny Stuff. I'm recording something." He's like, "Is there any way you could because you have a show? It's like any way you can make it work in these weeks?" And I'm like, "Maybe." So I was able to do it. Like it's the week he's going to be at the Funny Stop, so we were able to figure it out. But and Ray Roberts, dude, I love Ray, and I haven't seen him forever. He's like, "Well, do you care? I'm bringing Ray Roberts with me." I'm like, "Oh, dude, it's awesome. I love Ray. That's great." And I got Ryan Yex too.
Plus you got Ryan Yex on it too. So it's a solid show, man. It's a really solid show.
Yeah, dude, all of shows.
Plus that room's great.
Yeah, thanks, man. Because it's been fun so far. Like you were talking about that place having to turn people away. We're like this close. I mean, we're like 10 people away from being a problem every time. Like there's never a lot of room left, right? There's only a little, So I barely have anywhere to sit. So
the people who run that pub, really good at promoting it as a show. And like when that first show we did, we had towards the end there's some people chatting it up at the back by the bar, and they were quick to be like, "Hey, shut it down. There's a show going on," which is always good to see when you're in an establishment like that, because some of them they let it happen, and then it's like it just kind of kills the show.
Right. I mean, this is the overall the 7th room I ran, and I've never done a show, or at least kept doing a show where the owners weren't all in. Like the one I've had that ran the longest was Buzzbin years ago. It was over a year, but when the owners started getting weird about it, he just started, well, maybe sometimes we'll have bands and whatever. I'm like, I'm just not going to do it anymore. If you're not in, then it's not going to work. Like they have to be in, and sometimes they are. Sometimes they'll be like, well, some people can watch the comedy, other people can watch TV. I'm like, well, then I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fight the TVs.
Oh yeah,
I'd rather not do it than have a room, right? I'd rather, so. But so far it's been really good, and but I'm getting bombarded with every comic I know wanting to come down, which is good. I mean, it's good. It's just I probably have 5 amount of feature comics for every headliner that I have. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do a showcase eventually, maybe one of the summer months.
I was gonna say, so far you've had Conley, Rob Ward, you have
Benden.
Tyler. Who else have you had?
Bill Benden.
Yeah, Bill Bendon. Originally that was going to be Mary, wasn't it?
Yeah. So eventually I want to get married down, but it's just basically whenever Mary's in town, when she's available. So
Yeah,
she's not in
she's
town
been super
now.
busy, which I'm excited for her. She's she
Obviously,
just had another comedy album drop, and
it
she's
was
been
so
doing
good.
amazing work.
Her special was so good. She did it one day. So it was so good. Yeah, I definitely want to have her done. The only reason I didn't is because she got COVID. So Bill was able to fill in, but yeah, we definitely want to get her back because Ray's a better comic, but Tim's a better human. I don't think that's true at all. I think I'm better at both, Casey. To be honest with you, much as I love Ray, and I think Ray would probably say the same thing.
Well, listen, man, I'm gonna hop off here.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
should go
buddy.
inside and be part of the show for a little bit. So, thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks, I appreciate it. I have to figure out how to do the whole thing, the rest of the thing by myself, but I can do it. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Later, brother. Have a good show.
Thanks, man. Bye.
Bill Stone, everybody. Bill Stone, everybody. That was nice of Bill to hang out when he's just about to go on. That was cool of him. He's up in Parma, Ohio. I don't even know if I've been to Parma. I mean, it's a suburb of Cleveland, but it's always a crapshoot every time as a comic, and when you do a room that isn't a comedy club sometimes too, but especially when like it's a bar or whatever, you don't know what kind of show it is. I mean, you feel a little bit better depending on who is running it. I think by now the people know that when I put on a show, I'm going to do my best to try to make it, a decent show. Sometimes you can't help it, obviously. If people are dicks or people keep talking or no one shows up, you only so much you can do. But at least know that I'm not going to start a room with a bar or owners or whatever that don't actually want comedy. You don't want to actually make it work and make it a good, enjoyable show for people. And I usually try to put good lineups together. So I'm excited for the next one. And I don't know, every 6 weeks or so we'll do one. Maybe I'll shoot some video from the next one so you guys can see it. And we might be outside for the next one, which I'm not looking forward at all to being outside. But I don't know, man. It is what it is. Did anybody message me why I was talking to Bill? No, that would have been cool. Nope. The draft starts at 8, doesn't it? I don't know. Casey, call Thomas. He's working, bro. I can't. I'm not gonna bother the man at work. Oh, damn it! I did it again. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Mm. Anyway, what else we got? Pretty badass celebration of the 200th episode, huh? Who knows how many more we'll do? I have no idea. Like what I told Ray, I think at the beginning, was I'll do it as long as it's still fun. So, and for the most part, it is. Every once in a while, I'm like, eh. But as long as I'm still having fun, I'll keep doing it. It's not really worth it any other way. If it's not fun for us, why would we do it? All right, let's take a look at these fights, I guess. Fights. I don't know how many of these guys I even remember. Oh, dude, Waldo Cortez Casas fighting. Dominican baseball player turned fighter fighting De Lima. No, that should be fun. I think De Lima's gonna knock his ass out. He hasn't been beat before Acosta, but he will. I think Saturday. It's gonna happen. Josh Quinlan, fuck Josh Quinlan. He's the guy we had Logan Urban on, and he fought Josh Quinlan in the Contender Series, knocked out Logan, and then popped for PEDs. Fuck that guy. Fucking cheater. And then they still signed him. That's what pissed me off the most. They still like what What kind of culture are you trying to create? Like you get USADA involved, right? And there's a lot more testing than there's ever been, and then all of a sudden you just let guys go. If they, I don't get it. And it's usually automatic suspension. I don't understand why. Oh, he was suspended. I forget. I forget he was suspended, but they still signed him and let him fight after his suspension. And there's a whole thing like some of his numbers. I don't know what it was testosterone. I don't know what it was. One of the things they check for PEDs. I don't know. One of his numbers was off, and he couldn't fight in Florida, so they let him fight the next week in Vegas because his numbers weren't too high for Vegas. It's pretty fucked up. I don't know whether they must really like this kid. They're letting him get away with murder. Song Yadong and Ricky Simone's going to be fun though, and I'm happy that's a 5-round fight because those guys gotta go full throttle the whole time, especially Simone. That's how he fights. He fights at 100 miles per hour the entire time, and seeing him fight someone tough like Yadong for 5 rounds should be really fun. I'm picking Simone. I don't know. Oh, dude, Michelle Olin Jacek, that guy's fucking nasty. And Cario Balaho. I don't know if I know this guy. Caro, Caillou, Chow, Boroho, and Rodolfo Vieira and Cody Brundage. Rodolfo Vieira looks like a guy who will never lose, but he does. He does. One of my favorite fights ever is when he fought Fluffy Hernandez, and Fluffy Hernandez submitted the multiple-time Jiu-Jitsu world champion. And Vieira. Julian Rosas fighting. Wasn't he supposed to fight? No, wait. Was he supposed to fight Cody Garbrandt? Who's Cody Garbrandt supposed to fight before he fought Trevin Jones? I don't know. I'm not going to look it up. What do we got on news today? Anything good? That's Twitter. Twitter isn't news. Luke Rockhold saying UFC successful because all those motherfuckers are yes men. Need more fighters like me and Francis Ngannou. I agree. And I say that all the time. You know, they get walked upon, the fighters of the UFC, because they allow themselves to get walked upon. And I really hope it works out for guys who are betting on themselves. I'm not giving up on Francis yet. Dude, he only needs like one good boxing match for that to work out for him. And plus, if he didn't want to be there, I mean, but yeah, I don't think I want to say the word balls. That's not really the thing I want to say. We're talking about fighters, so they don't have balls. They do, obviously, they're fighters. But I mean, the gumption, it's just kind of, a better way of saying it, I guess, to say, hey, I deserve more. But, when they say that, they just say, fine, then go somewhere else. But I don't know. I just would like to see guys bet on themselves more. And hopefully they get treated better eventually. I don't know. I mean, they don't get better than it was. It keeps going up a little bit, but it's still not as good as it should be. But that Luke Rockhold has a point for sure. More Laura Sanko is not news when she's not talking about fighting. Her being in a swimsuit is not news. What else we got? UFC loses June 3rd main event versus Brendan Allen. Oh, Jicker Manson out of main event against Brendan Allen. That was supposed to happen June 3rd. All right. Well, okay. They need a new main event for June 3rd, I guess. Former UFC star Nate Diaz turned himself in to police after street fight charge. Okay. We talked about this Tuesday. There's a warrant out for Nate Diaz's arrest in New Orleans for some sort of street fight. And I guess he turned himself in, which the only way to go. You have a fight coming up. You want to get the taken care of, so go do whatever you have to do. Knock it out. I don't know. I'm sure they'll figure it out. UFC legend Stephen Bonner died from accidental fentanyl overdose. We talked about that Tuesday as well. Nate Diaz jailed after New Orleans chokeout caught on video. It's on video? I don't see it. Well, it's somewhere on the internet. Oh, here it is. I don't know how to. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna watch it, and you guys will watch me watch it. This is high entertainment value. This show. I don't know what's going on, man. Oh, it kind of looked like he was defending himself a little bit. I don't know. I feel like he'll probably be fine. I don't think that Jake Paul fights in jeopardy because of this. Davis and Figueiredo withdraws from 290 bout against Minel Cop. All right. Well, we're not seeing him fight then. That's a bummer. What else we got? Uh Charles Johnson. This is Charles Johnson's third fight this year already. Huh. King threatens Paul Felder over UFC commentary. Felder responds, "Who are we talking about?" Yeah, who are we talking about? Oh, Bobby Green. Oh, that's right. Bobby Green had a problem with what Felder was saying about his fight, but we talked about that too. Man, he did headbutt him. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, but the no contest was the correct decision, and Felder freaked out for no reason. He shouldn't have freaked out. He was acting like the decision was final when he knows it's not. He's been there before. When they look at replay and they can overturn things, and they did. They did it. Did it correctly. See Jamal Hill stuff. Bird. What else we got? No, it's basically the same stuff over and over. Michelle Ovenchashek, not scared of Chayo Bolaro. Of course he isn't. He's not afraid of anybody. That guy's a monster. The crazy Polish man. Israel Alessania says he suffered torn MCL 1 week before Alex Pereira fight at UFC 287. I believe it. I mean, these guys are always fighting hurt. I mean, it's kind of hard not to. I feel like the only guy who doesn't get hurt now is probably Holloway because he doesn't spar. I mean, he probably still gets hurt, but I mean, I know he works out. It's not like he doesn't work out. It's not like me going into the cage. He wouldn't be a welterweight then, would he? What do we got? What else we got? Nothing. Cavs lost yesterday. They're done. Knicks knocked them out of the playoffs. I had to cut out my story about Geraldo. I'm actually was pretty proud of that story. I didn't kill Geraldo Rivera. He was there. It was an option. I could have ran him over. Would have been a little speed bump. Tiny guy, real tiny guy. But I mean, I don't know how old. Pretty old. He has to be, right? Because I mean, he had a walk. He had a cane. And he didn't look very happy to be walking in downtown Cleveland. I mean, he was just coming from the game apparently. I don't know if he also stayed for the Cavs game. He probably did. Probably did the twofer. Guardians did win. Cavs did not. There's a Jim Beam. I've talked on the show before about the Jim Beam bar at Progressive Field. All right, it's my favorite place. There's a bar just sells Jim Beam. It's right by where my seats were. I try to get seats by it on purpose. It was closed. Bummer. Not all the concessions were open because it was a day game, but it pissed me off that the Jim Beam bar wasn't open. However, there was another bar pretty close to it. Bartender guy's pretty nice. Asked me where I was from, how long it took me to get there, and said he knew somebody from New Philly. He was one of those guys. I had one because I was driving. Needed to be responsible. A $22 double. My $7.50 of bourbon that I got today cost less than that. But you know, it is what it is. You are where you are. They have. I think every ballpark has like these giant bats, these plastic bats now. I don't know how many ounces they hold. They just fill those things up with beer. You just drink out of a big plastic bat. I think they're like $30. I'm like, wasn't gonna get one on a day game when I was there by myself. You know, I look like a psychopath drinking from a giant bat by myself. It was weird enough that I had any alcohol at all. But when I go with my brother and my friends this year, I probably get one. I'm pretty excited for that. Also, I want it for softball season. I want to be coaching third base on my slow pitch softball team with like just a bat full of beer the whole time. I got to get that figured out too. My terrible softball team. I don't know. Pops is coming out this weekend. I think he'll be here tomorrow. Don't know what's going on. Probably nothing. Probably be out at my brother's. And then for Saturday, gonna try to win me a gun. And then next week I'll be in Columbus the whole week. Which is cool because I mean Columbus is more exciting than where I live. So I get number one, there's so much food there. I mean, there's every kind of cuisine there, and it's so I'll be probably eating out the entire time. I'll be driving around the city basically just looking for food, like the fatty I am. But I'm excited for. Might go to the movies a couple times. Might go see Renfield. Might go see Air. Maybe the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I don't know. I'll see if there's time. We don't know. Baseball game Tuesday. Patel on Saturday. I don't think I'll be here for Tuesday or Thursday show. No, I don't think so. Also, I think we can maybe we can start playing Tequila Quenses again, but I don't think we're gonna play next week because I'm not gonna be here, and I don't trust Ray to spin the wheel for me, especially when I'm on a hot streak. It's been 6 consecutive Tequila Quenses in a row without drinking for me, and I don't want to jeopardize that by letting someone else have a say in who my fighters are. But we'll see. I don't know. And Ray will be better by then. He's fine. He's fine. He's just not in the mood, and I get it. It's fine. I mean, the thing is, I would just not do the show today at all. But like, I know I'm not going to be here Tuesday, and I didn't want to miss the 200th episode. I definitely wanted to be on the 200th episode. I would much rather have done it with Ray, but it is what it is. But I rather do it without him than not do it at all. Right? So he can do 201 without me. It'll be fine. Maybe he'll have somebody else on. He knows ahead of time. He might have a better, easier time getting somebody on. Definitely cool Bill though to hang out. I don't want to end now, but I really don't know what else I had to talk about. Really, we talked about it a lot on Tuesday. Brett, where's Ray? I just told you. He's at home. He's fine. He had some stuff go on today. He's fine. He just made him not in the mood to podcast today, which is fine. He's fine. He'll be here Tuesday. He's fine. He'll be here Tuesday. He'll tell you all about that. It's not my place to tell you. He'll tell you, but he's fine. Not dying or anything like that, as far as I know. Man, there's no baseball on tonight either. That's always a bummer. Well, unfortunately, I don't really think I have a whole lot more. I mean, yeah, we went, I usually have more from Thursday to Tuesday to talk about. And Brett, he got dumped. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. You could keep guessing if you want, but even if you get it right, I'm not going to tell you. But it definitely wasn't that. I promise that. Well, kinda. Now that I think about it, he kinda did, but not the way you're talking. Period. That's what it was. You nailed it. It's just, the old PMS got him. It's weird. This is his first period he's had in 3 years, so he's kind of upset about it. No, he's fine. He'll be fine. Yeah, but he did kind of get dumped. He'll talk about that on Tuesday. Maybe he won't. Lost his job. No, not that either. Not that either. No, although he was a little worried about that for a while, but no, he still has his job. That's good. He's still working. That's good. Mom wants to charge him rent. I don't know. I'm assuming that's already happening. I don't know. No, but he'll be here Tuesday, and we'll talk about what happened on Saturday. Yeah, I'm not really very excited for the card Saturday. I mean, I'm not going to watch it live. I'm going to be in Scio, Ohio, which that's in the middle of nowhere, trying to win a gun and drinking a lot of beer, probably. Impregnated a hooker, Casey. These are good guesses, actually. I'll stay on as long as you guys have guesses. That's not it either. I don't think. I mean, would he tell me if he did? Actually, he probably would. He probably would only tell me. Whoa. Now I'm sneezing. What the hell, fam? It's kind of what happens when you live with cats you're allergic to. That's nah. He didn't lose his job or get his period or pregnant a hooker. No one died, which was surprised that hasn't been a guess yet because it seems like no. Is he playing Final Fantasy? I don't know. Maybe I don't. That's not why he's not here, but he could be. I don't know. Maybe he's on a big Kingdom Hearts kick. I don't know. What does this do? Oh, nothing. It does something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm playing with the stream now because I don't know how to do anything on here. No, it's not doing any of those things. He's probably asleep now, knowing him. But unless is there wrestling on tonight? I don't know. Is Thursday a wrestling night? I know Mondays is. I don't know. Fridays too. I don't know. Not sure what night are wrestling nights anymore, or ever. And I've never known. Although I'm pretty sure their pay-per-views are on Sundays. All right, so the recap. Bill Stone was here. Love Bill. Great dude. Hope he kills it tonight at pit stop. Race fine. Guardians won yesterday. And I almost killed Geraldo Rivera. So, that's a normal day for most people, I think. Is this the end for tonight? Yeah, I think so, Brett. Like, I keep going, but I've asked some people to come on, and I already had one guy on, and he had to go, and, I only found out about this about 40 minutes before, which is a little bit better than last time, but it is what it is. I think I got to everything I wanted to get to anyway. I mean, I don't think mainly it was just the fights, and I went through the news. Not a whole lot of news, not since Tuesday. You were just on here Tuesday. Casey hates his life so much. Well, listen, like what did I tell you last time? 988, fam, 988, or I can give you Ray's number, either one. So I don't think Ray would be much help today. I don't know, but don't do that, man. Just go up in the mountains and smoke some weed. Is that what you do in Utah? I don't know. Or read the Book of Mormon, whatever, or both. I don't know. Roll a joint out of the pages of the Book of Mormon. I don't know. Whatever you guys do. Is Ray fired from the show? No. He's just he just didn't feel like doing the show today. That's all. And this is episode 200, and I wanted to be on episode 200 because I will not be on next week. I will be in Columbus, as I already said. You might see me at some point. I might pop on Thursday. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the show Thursday. I don't know. I definitely won't Tuesday, though. I will be at a AAA baseball game drinking Bud Light, probably. Because they'd have to do a whole lot more to make me stop watching them. How many strikes are you giving him? I don't know, man. I think he's on the Joey Gallo plan. He's allowed to strike out as much as he wants. It's fine. We'll still keep him around. He can strike out as many times as he wants. Well, see, it's coincidence he wasn't here both shows this week. Like Tuesday, he fell asleep, but he actually told me about it today. But I was taking a nap when he texted me originally at 4, and I didn't see it till 6. And by then, I ate something and came down here and started looking for somebody to be on. And Bill hung out for a while, and that was fun and happy. He did that as he was smoking his cigar up in Parma. Parma's kind of like the laughing stock suburb of Cleveland a little bit. I don't know. I'm not the one to really ask about that. What's he said? Was Bill sad or Ray? Bill's fine. Ray's fine. He's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine, I think. As far as the show goes. The whole world? No. That's fucked. That's fucked. Right. No, but he's just having a day. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Just having a day. You know, shit happens. He just thought it'd be a bummer if he came on, so he didn't want to. So not a big deal. He'll be here Tuesday. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So, unfortunately, I think that's all I got, man. I like. Will there be a new host? No. There might be a replacement Tuesday. There might be maybe Dan Brady will be here, or maybe Drew Gigas, who's been here before. I don't know. We might have somebody with him on Tuesday because he's known ahead of time. So he has time to prepare for this. But I don't know. Somebody will probably be here, and probably not me. Maybe I'll pop in. Maybe I'll pop in from the bathroom of Huntington Park in Columbus. I don't know. But no guarantees. All right. All right. Like I said, like 15 times now. I think that's all I got. If Ray quits, will you still do the show? I don't know. Maybe. He's not quitting, though. So, doesn't matter. We'd cross that bridge if we came to it, but I'm pretty sure it's not happening. So, hey, listen, it's a miracle we got to 200, though. And we only had like one really big fight, which is like pretty good. And that was pretty recently. So, I don't know. Maybe we can go another 190 episodes before that happens again. But, nah, dude, we'll be fine. All right. Love you, fam. We'll see you. Somebody will see you next week. So, yeah, stay cool, y'all.